you're in grade school, the teacher would ask everybody what they want to be.
Welcome you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Let's go!
On one sideline, the head coach of the Buccaneers decided to stay on to begin the year. Got that win last week. Hoping to do the same now. His counterpart on the opposing sideline, Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans. His guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewer with you up here in the booth. Kicker Joey Sly down on the field, ready to get this one started. And we're underway in Houston. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion, but this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
Stroud now on third. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he'll get it up to the 44. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Stroud throwing here on first. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Jacobs running behind center. He's foray up the middle. That's about 3. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Turning to Jacobs on third. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Bucs have the first.
Buccaneers, first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking slant route, complete. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
Here we go.
Handoff here to Jacobs. We hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
A gain of 4 yards. And a first down.
Here we go.
1st and goal.
Jacobs goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of the buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump.
And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson, and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out will be the next step for Trevor in his career.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They've got a man in motion. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
And the Texans, 1st down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Buccaneers leading so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the fray.
Hey, Soko, hot. Hey, I'm gun.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's him on the quick hitter. Gets some space around midfield. Keeps himself upright. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
That's another Texans.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Air it out on 3rd. On target to Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Hand off to Sampson. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that roll.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones in the mountains are really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big games of next week.
Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up our opening drive. Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Darius Davis to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Back to throw, Stroud. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Short pass brought in. And he looks it forward to the 43-yard line. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll run it. Here's Jacobs. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. He has it at the 13. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. The Texans and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again.
Let's go.
They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. That hit affected that throw. It sails out of bounds, incomplete. They're 2nd and 10 now from the 36. And in motion, headed right. 2nd down carry for Sampson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Extra man in the secondary for the Bucs on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. That one's nabbed by Kmet. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers.
Lawrence now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. On the screen, this is Sampson. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Back to the air. Lawrence got his man. This is McMillan. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
On the throwaway. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Come on, Red. Hey, Ginger, top. Silver.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
Hey, Lions. circles, huh? Hey, kill.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. Extra point is up and good from Slide. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7.
Buccaneers 7.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bucs getting their offense out there just before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Tampa spends its second timeout now. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's on target to Pierce. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. He'll throw it. He's trying to push the field. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. He's looking deep once again. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. And he still gets some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Charging down the middle, and they block it! So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. What a first 2 weeks of the season it's been. Lots to get you caught up on. Here we go. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Samaje Perine on the return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Bronk. A chance to go 3 for 3 and throw that lead here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And off here to Simpson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Lawrence working from the gun. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Starting on the ground, here is Simpson. Breaks through and breaks away. Keeps it moving. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Tucker now on the return. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. David Long getting the spot that time. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll give to Sampson here up the middle. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. They got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the run back of the 27. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. They had their field goal blocked last time out, so 3 points more on the scoreboard than they expected to be right here. On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. It's Diamanor. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now it's Lawrence. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
They send a tight end in motion. Running right with Sampson. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Hey, go!
They'll air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. There'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Sly's kick is up and good. And that extends the lead to 20.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Well, pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. From the gun, Stroud. Riding by his back, it's Jacobs. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play. Okay, the tempo with some hurry-up offense. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. He is hauled down right at that midfield strike. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st. To the air, Stroud. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
He was brought down at the
Stroud now on third. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First down, Stroud. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it took a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down. Stroud doing his best to work quickly here. 2nd down, looking for options. On the move, headed right. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get it back to within 2 possessions. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. D'Amico Ryans doing the last little bit of coaching as the Texans return to the field here. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Sampson. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
No throw. 3rd and long. He's going for it himself. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 22. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
Hey, Lion!
1st and 10 at the 49.
Straight ahead they go with Piron. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's got it, left side. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Stroud off of play action. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Stroud doing his best to work quickly here.
3 yards. Complete to Trey Tucker. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Throwing it again here. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the next, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. 3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Trying to work as fast as possible.
22 yards. That's good for a 1st down.
Stroud to throw on 1st down. Dumped off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
Back at the 25-yard line.
A 3rd down run with Blue. Giving 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd and long for him here. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Completed over the middle. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Throwing now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety block, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Simpson. Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety block, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line. Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. It's Simpson on the carry. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. The 40. At the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. It's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down throw by Stroud. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. So it's a win for the Texans. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So for Brock HOU and everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.